Is it playing?
My bad.
Is it playing?
My bad. I forgot.
God. Welcome to another episode of another motherfucking podcast. It's your host and soon-to-be favorite rapper, Saved by Paris. Today is a milestone for the show. We are 10 episodes in now.
Damn.
So, to celebrate, I brought the crew with me, and it's actually not too crowded in here. I thought it was gonna be crowded than motherfucker. Anyway, returning to the podcast. First is the cameraman with the plan, Michael Chewy. Say what's up to the people.
What's up, people?
You gonna talk this time?
No.
Also allow me to introduce fellow bass rapper, please do not be alarmed, of the dish remote in his pocket, the one and only Turt Le Fro. Say what's up to the people, Turt.
What up?
Next up, you knew him as the expert of horror in episode 8, my former boss and good friend, Ian Tomas. Say what's up to the people, Ian.
What's up to the people?
And finally, allow me to introduce the man with the boot after tumbling down a fat ass hill, Patty D. How's your fit feeling, Patty?
It sucks.
Before we get into today's episode, if you're fucking with your boy, then be sure to rate the show 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. The show is also available on Spotify and YouTube. We are currently recording in the future baby room. That's right, your boy finna be a dad, and as of today, November 11th, Maddie is 10 weeks pregnant, but I'm not the only Bass While We Skate member that's going to be a dad.
Ain't me.
You said it ain't you?
It ain't me.
Shit.
I didn't even see this template. I didn't know we were announcing this.
Yes,
I'm not
sir.
gonna lie.
Yes, sir.
Yep, we're actually on the same date.
Same fucking dates, which that's really cool because like totally wasn't planned.
Totally. Was not planned.
Was not planned at all. Even like for us as ourselves, we weren't planning to have no motherfucking kids.
I mean, you're planning when you don't pull out.
Hey man.
Hey.
Shit happened.
I mean, did John not pay attention in sex ed, or y'all just playing?
No, I was asleep.
Okay.
I fell asleep.
Well, I figured.
I'm
a high
from the
school
South.
dropout, so I didn't get that class. I dropped out before it.
I actually did take that class. That class sucked, dude.
Everybody was in there making fun. There wasn't even nobody.
I didn't learn shit in that till I got on the internet. I'm like, oh, so that's how that goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
They didn't talk about shit. I remember I tried to be funny. I made like a watermelon joke. No one got it. They thought I was weird. So
All they told us was don't fucking laugh or you're going to detention. I'm not even fucking kidding you. They said do not giggle. We will send you to ISS. And I'm like, oh my god.
Man, you know, the only thing I remember from sex ed is I had to go to the bathroom. It was in middle school, 6th grade. I had to go to the bathroom. When I came back, I forgot that I had my shirt tucked into my pants at the time because I pulled them up, you know, and then everybody made fun of me because I forgot to pull it out. So
they'd be like, just how we forgot to pull out.
Yeah.
But
That's why we made that joke besides me.
what's really cool though is we didn't plan it, and now our kids are gonna have like a fucking friend from birth, so it's really cool, and we'll be able to navigate fatherhood for the first time together.
It's true.
Since we're soon to be dads, we should start up a dad podcast or a dad Twitch, and there's also another dad in this room, or dad junior, shall I say, and that is of course Patty D. Talk to us about how that feels.
man, it is. People say it is the most rewarding thing ever, and it is. It has its days.
I've been there.
But I
I stood
still
right there in the room like,
still wouldn't change it.
What have you had, what have you had to change in your life that maybe you don't have time for now, or maybe you just had to adjust differently?
I just don't do anything. That's all. Like I'm at the house. I'm helping out. Keep my wife as sane as possible, so that she can help me deal with the kids. Yeah.
Yeah. When you first, when you had a newborn, how much sleep did you get?
See, joke's on you.
What?
My daughter has slept since day 2 every single night. No problem.
I better have that look.
Yeah.
Nope.
I swear I better.
I'm hoping for that. Look.
I come home, straight to nap after my fucking shift at work, go straight to sleep.
No. You can't nap. You can't nap. You're not allowed to nap.
Bullshit.
get your naps in now.
Yeah, you can't be asleep if you're awake, man. And they don't sleep.
I was told whenever they sleep is when you sleep.
Yes.
They don't ever sleep though.
Yeah.
They don't ever sleep.
Your head hits that pillow. Maddie's head hits her pillow. their eyes wide open. They're like,
Yeah.
who's trying to sleep in this fucking house?
Mm-hmm.
You so did you get your 6 weeks after?
No, I was just before that. I missed it.
What?
Yeah, I didn't get any paternity leave or nothing.
Why? You've been there 11
sucks.
years.
Yeah, they don't. It's not an option.
Walmart sucks.
Now it is for everyone.
It wasn't an option.
It was
then?
not an option. Period. Then.
Oh fuck.
It was like
just for moms, right?
Yes. Yeah. It was just like 4 months later. That's when they implemented it after she was born.
Damn.
Yeah.
You should have asked for it retroactively, honestly.
Two days after she was born, I had to go back to work. So I didn't get any.
How was that? Was that like difficult or
Yeah.
probably for both of you?
Especially for her, because she's still trying to heal up and everything.
Yeah. Good thing guys have it easy, man.
And I couldn't help it all because I had to be.
I'm just letting you know, Maddie hears this, she's gonna whip your ass.
Hey man, she already said earlier, she was like, girls just have it so easy, trying to be funny. Like, I told her if I was a girl, dude, I probably would have killed myself by now. To be honest.
Like, honestly, some of that shit's scary. Like, whole period and everything. I'm like, oh my god.
Welcome to sex ed. What have you learned since becoming a father? Since you're the only dad in this bitch. Well, only dad with kids that are around.
I can't quantify that, man. It's
word of the week, quantify.
Yeah, like it's you learn something every day still. Every day. I can tell you a word of advice, if there's something that your kid does that you don't like, just wait it out. Like a month later it'll be different. That's the best advice I can give you. Don't freak out. Like, don't forget about it and find something new terrible to do.
And don't laugh at it, because that just tells them, oh, I can get away with this. Okay, Daddy's laughing.
I'm a goofy motherfucker
Don't
too.
see, and
that's the worst part. I know I'm gonna be like either like the best father or like the worst father.
I mean, as long as you're there. As long as you're there. Can't really be any worse than the Mikhail, where's your dad?
I don't know. That nigga gone, bro. I don't know where the nigga at. Don't know what he look like. Don't know what he smell like. That nigga, I don't know where he at. Chill.
Why would you know what your dad smells like?
I mean,
He
I
met
ain't
that
never
nigga.
been in the same room.
My dad, I don't know what my dad smells like.
I haven't seen my dad since he was 10, and I can, if I smell something
Since your dad was 10?
since I was 10. Sorry.
I was like, whoa, hold up. How old is he?
You're busting.
But I can still tell you if I smell something that smells like him. Still can.
That's kind of sus though.
It's kind of sad. That's what it is.
And then for you other guys, Turt Le Fro and Ian Tomas, is fatherhood in the plans?
Man, don't even. You go first. You go first. I can't.
Eventually, it is in my plans. I would love to be a father.
When, nigga?
I gotta find a girl first.
I was gonna say, you pushing 40.
You can kiss my fucking ass.
So, for me, it's like.
Hold the fuck up. This conversation. 40, bitch.
32.
I'm younger than my fucking lieutenant and several sergeants up at my unit. Thank you very much.
All them niggas 40 probably.
They got kids?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right, turn it around.
Well, you are, y'all both are fur daddies.
Yes, but
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that makes me prepared. I feel like, 'cause my dog always doing shit all the time. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
That's true.
Yeah, because but Ian has 2 huskies and them motherfuckers wild.
Smart.
And then you got, I don't know what you got, but that
That's a
bitch.
coon dog.
Coon
A
dog.
coon dog. She smart, dumb, everything.
Bella and Romeo.
There you go.
Yo.
But I'd love to have kids.
Yeah, man, we gotta get a base while we skate 2.0.
Look,
We already got the leader and my child, much like myself, and then we got the cameraman, much like Chewy. So now we need the producer.
All girls.
Don't say that.
It's gonna be all girls. That's what's gonna happen. Look, and
That'd be like the best
who-
alternative turn to base.
There you
though,
go.
know what I mean?
I say
it's a gender bent.
gender bent.
Hey, female rappers don't make it.
What about Nicki Minaj?
She ass.
Young and May, female rapper.
She a
Queen
dude.
Latifah,
She a
female
dude.
rapper.
Queen Latifah. Okay.
She started as a rapper.
Yeah.
I was like, don't say she just an actor.
I ain't gonna denounce her. Cardi B though, That's what I thought.
I ain't gonna give her no clout. She don't deserve it. She already give her own self her own clout all day, every day. She
Because
exists.
the wrong people give her clout. She did that WAP song, rap song, but I don't even know. Like,
I kill over here.
Hey, bro, don't take their song, bro. Don't do it.
Sarah started playing that. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Turn that off.
Did you like bones start moving in your body? Did you feel like a type of rhythm?
No, I was like, what
You ain't black, then. You ain't black.
You don't know how disappointed I was when my ancestry DNA came back and said there's no color. I mean, like, damn it.
I could have told you that without the test. All right. This past weekend, it was reported that Joe Biden is the president-elect for the United States with Kamala Harris as his VP. And boy, has the civil unrest begun. As of today, Biden still has been unable to receive intelligence reports because of Trump's unwillingness to acknowledge Biden's victory. And yesterday, November 10th, Biden called Trump's refusal to concede an embarrassment. There's also been a delay of millions of dollars for the incoming administration in terms of transition funds and access to current government officials. And this is all coming from NBC News. And it looks like there will be a recount in Georgia despite Biden leading by 14,000 votes in the state. So, what are your guys' thoughts about Joe Biden's imminent victory as well as Trump's handling of the situation?
Bro, so this is my thing. Georgia as a state, their entire House of Representatives are all Republican. But they just so happen to vote Democratic. That confuses me. That's the only thing I'm majorly confused about. Like, of course, like people are saying that he won. Of course, give him his props. But Trump is like, bro, the math don't add up to me. And if you are in a contest and you feel like you're wrong, you gonna say something. But anyway, that nigga said that shit from the beginning. He wasn't gonna make it easy for whoever the fuck won anyway. So
months ago, I told everybody that Trump ain't going nowhere. Whether he wins or loses, he ain't leaving.
He finna board that White House up.
He's boarding the White House up.
Yeah,
yesterday, I saw a picture. I sent it to the chat.
Deadass?
Yeah, like there's scaffolding around that wall that they built to build a bigger wall around it.
Protective, air quotes, protective barriers around the entrances and gates.
He's holding up. Yeah, he ain't going nowhere, dude.
I mean, I don't know why he's got the Peacock underneath the White House. There's no real reason to do that. It's just, well, let's go to the bunker.
There you go. Just chilling there.
And I was showing him on the way over here. The Secretary of State said that there would be a smooth transition into a second Trump administration. Like the Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo.
Wow.
Yeah, on video. C-SPAN.
You sent me some videos of like some fucking protests and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch it, but
you don't watch anything on there.
Man, look.
I'm trying to keep y'all woke and aware here, and y'all never.
I watch your stuff.
Like, I felt like beating my dick instead, so.
I got in trouble last
Bro, it's Nut November. You tripping.
Well, I mean, he did not get Maddie up, so I mean.
That was a whole.
Well,
it's
no November now because she's not gonna want to do it right now.
Yeah,
It's the best time to do it.
I've been Han Solo.
Han
Solo. Special dad advice from the little segment from the Dad podcast. Pregnancy is the best time to have sex. There is no rules about it, and it just stays right all the time. There you go.
After the your child was born, you had to go back to not.
You have to wait I won't do that. You gotta wait some time for everything to heal first, so that's gonna
Fuck all that. Fuck all that.
I mean,
I told Maddie,
are gonna wreck it. You're just ruining it after that point.
Hey man, I get in where I fit in.
But I do want to say it's childish. I'll tell you the truth. I voted for Joe Jorgensen because she wanted wants smaller government, which is what I feel we need. And y'all know me. I'm a big Second Amendment fan.
Mm-hmm.
I got an arsenal at home. She wants to get rid of the ATF because they're always changing their minds on rules. So it's like y'all are being. I had the word in my head. They're changing their minds at any given time on
indecisive.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, look at Chewy contributing.
Flying. they change their minds over simple things. It's like, okay, well, is this an arm brace or is it a illegal stock.
Essentially, like, am I a felon today or not?
Yeah,
For
today.
Something
tomorrow I might not be a felon.
Yeah.
Is a bump stock legal? Is it not legal? Y'all change your minds at the drop of a hat.
See, it surprised me that so many people who are Second Amendment positive voted for Trump, because he actually signed more anti-gun legislation than Obama did, which, and I would just ignore that. Well, we know that.
Well, I was seeing memes about that like 3 years ago when he first started doing all that shit.
Yeah, bump stocks are illegal because of him. There's red flag laws, which I see the point in them. However, like, you have to trust the people who are taking the weapons from these people. False claims could. Somebody perfectly sane get thrown in jail, a gun stick back from them and stuff.
What is Biden's point on it? Is he?
Well, he's wanting to sign legislation to ban ammo sales, gun part sales, gun sales online.
And then tax stamps on all accessories on a weapon as well.
So, like my laser sight, I'd have to have it.
$200 per magazine.
Kiss my fucking ass! I got like 30 mags for my AR.
Is that like tax on them, or like to own them, or to get? Oh damn!
So
I'm not paying
the
no
government.
taxes.
That's $30 for the thing itself.
Exactly.
What the?
I'm not gonna pay taxes on shit, and they can come try and take it from me.
I lost it in the boat.
Look, that's what the whole Second Amendment is there for. For people to sit there and make the argument that it was to back in the day is for hunting and shit. No, it wasn't. It was created by our forefathers who had to just fight the British, and actually they hadn't had to fight them yet when they were making up these amendments and such. They wanted us to have weapons to fight against our enemies, both foreign and domestic. At that time, yes, it was the British government. Well, now, I'll be honest, a lot of our enemies seem pretty domesticated.
It does.
Because honestly, when have y'all seen another Al Qaeda bombing? There were some. I don't want to say there's explosion. There's a shooting in France. No, there's a stabbing in France.
There's a beheading too, right?
Yeah.
That's all happening in France.
France every year about France.
Not one thing dealt with guns. They were with knives.
Yeah, because they're gun free, right? Gun reform or something. There.
They have some pretty strict gun laws over there. Like, it's basically what they're trying to do here, make them for hunting only, but.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what exactly their laws are. But like Britain, they don't have any gun laws. Like, even the police don't have guns. Like, you have to be part of SWAT team and the military.
Yeah.
But
UK's biggest problem, like you just said, is they have stabbings all the fucking time.
Yeah.
So the UK rappers over there be talking about that shit in their song. They can't talk about guns, so they talking about stabbing.
I'll stab you.
Oh god. Oh god.
So these gun laws, honestly, Chicago, some of the strictest gun laws in the country.
Right.
And California, how many deaths by gun?
A day. How many a day in Chicago?
Gun laws only protect. Actually, they don't even protect. The gun laws don't protect nobody. It takes guns out of people who would actually use them for right things, like anybody I'm sure in this room.
Right.
To protect their family, to protect their
why
loved
I own
ones,
a
their
shotgun.
property.
It's strictly for that reason. I don't own anything else. I'm not gonna go out on my way and buy a pistol so I can carry it with me at all times. But I have a shotgun at my house, so if something comes to my house,
buckshot going on a t-shirt.
yeah.
See that a lot of y'all don't know this. Several years ago, in 2011, when I first started working at Walmart Electronics, some people tried to mug me, and I talked my way out of it. Well, this one guy, he's actually called and apologized to me, and he actually got a letter from the state because he sent a letter and he's trying to get a governmental pardon and access to his gun rights back. And I take that as a good sign because honestly, he could be shady and he could go. Hell,
right.
If I look hard enough, I could honestly go buy an illegal gun.
It's not hard. It's really not hard.
I know.
You
You
just
folks
pass it off.
It's not hard. Like,
pass it off.
If somebody wants them, they're gonna fucking get it, regardless.
I will say with Chicago, it does make it easier when you can like cross state lines and go like next door and get a gun and then come right back. But whatever they decide, for one, I am for the Second Amendment, of course. Whatever they decide, I feel like it needs to be like everyone needs to be on the same page, and there should be stricter background checks and shit like that. But as far as trying to tax shit and make it more of a pain for law-abiding citizens, then
I do want to say something on the. Have you ever filled out like a?
No, I haven't.
They are pretty strict because like I've got my concealed carry license and the state does a background check on me, but you cannot lie on there whatsoever. Like if you have been found guilty of a felony, a misdemeanor, domestic assault, if you have mental challenges, like a mental disability, you have to admit to it because if you don't, they look into it and they're like, oh well, he's lying.
Kind of like if you have the green card here in Arkansas, you can't
own a gun.
Right.
Wow.
Exactly. It's either one or the other.
Yeah.
You can either own a gun.
I'd rather smoke weed illegal and
okay. I thought you meant like a green card, like somebody coming.
No.
I'm about to say, damn, what?
Marijuana card.
That'd be fucking crazy.
Because it falls under that, category.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily agree with that because I mean I know a lot of people that smoke weed that they're chill as fuck.
They ain't chill as fuck. What they gonna do? What's up, bro?
There's 4 niggas in this room that smoke weed that's chill as fuck. So I don't smoke. So.
Well, one of us works for the fucking store, so he can't smoke. So let's redo our math there, Paris.
3 niggas in here smoke. Earlier, Mikhail brought up Georgia being Republican mostly, despite the Democratic votes. So, continuing on with Trump. So I wanted to say that Trump is to blame for the voter fraud claims because, started on Twitter with him claiming fake votes in Nevada. He also stated that tens of thousands of votes were illegally received after 8 p.m. on Election Day. And if you take a look at Trump's Twitter, almost every tweet has been flagged as false or misleading. He also claimed that ballots were dumped in the river. We live in a day and age of social media that if this was true, he would have taken pictures himself or even others would have. But with zero evidence, his fans are going to believe him. And what has been proven is that in Wisconsin, absentee ballots were temporarily lost, which led to an investigation in the Postal Service. Do you guys think there could be some type of voter fraud in some of these states, or do you think Trump's just being a sore loser?
I mean, it could. Like, it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be 100%. There's going to be some errors somewhere.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm sure there is voter fraud to the extent he's saying.
Nah.
Not possibly, but because I've heard the federal government telling the United States Postal Service, y'all need to look for some of these mail-in ballots, and the U.S. Postal Service saying no. And I'm like, y'all don't have the option to say no. You're part of the federal government. Mm-hmm. Your boss just told you look for them. You got to go look for them. You can't say no.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I didn't vote by mail this year. I wanted to, but I mean, first of all, we in a red state. They might see whoever I voted for, Howie Hawkins, and be like, oh no, fuck that nigga. Or let's say I did vote for Joe Biden, and the mailman was feeling some type of way, just throw my shit out the window.
Well, I don't trust those drop-off ballots. I'm like,
those boxes for them?
Yeah. I was like, that.
I didn't see any around here.
Shady. I didn't either. But
I think most of the people here probably went and voted in person.
Yeah, being a red state. Yeah. Right.
Could we have an Al Gore and Bush situation where, if you remember, the media called for Gore as the next president before stopping the count in Florida, which led to Bush becoming the president? Could we have another situation?
It's happening right now, because Trump hasn't conceded yet,
right?
Which is the same thing. Was it 37 days? It happened with Bush and Gore. It took to be like, okay, well,
it was a while.
Yeah.
But
that's all Florida's fault.
I will say with that election, I feel like the Dems just backed down on that one, and Gore, being the bigger person, was just like, I'll concede.
Yeah.
I don't think that's happening this time. Dems aren't going.
No, and the Republicans aren't going either. Trump, his pride's not going to let him do it.
Civil unrest,
and then the other side wants him out of office so bad, they're not going to sit down. And that's why I think that maybe to the extent that they're saying voter fraud, no. But if it came out to be true, I don't think I'd be terribly surprised.
What is this going to lead to? Like,
obvious, like I said, civil unrest. That's
among the people, but I mean, as far as Biden and Trump goes, what's gonna fucking happen with that shit? You think?
No, and again, I'm betting y'all $5 a piece here that Trump ain't leaving office.
It's not even gonna be civil unrest. It's gonna lead to civil war.
Yep.
Because there will be a secession of the states because people are gonna fight this. Like
California.
Arkansas voted right. California don't lose any fucking fight they try to get into. They're like the UK. The military has guns. LAPD has guns.
Or they
all
branch
the
off.
gangbangers got guns.
like I could see this being the point to where they're like finally like, all right, United States, we can be united, but we should divide, because
we're too big anyway. It should be that way.
Like European
are we the biggest country? Like the biggest country?
Right, we're basically a fucking. We're most of the continent. It feels like
we are. Yeah, I mean, Canada is included North America.
Yeah,
but
the population is spread out in Canada.
Yeah, it's mostly forest there.
Yeah. That's where people get confused. Like, well, why don't we have a universal healthcare system like Canada? It's like it won't work because they have a smaller population than we do.
I think, and it could be getting to that point. The U.S. definitely needs to split up. We're just too big. You can't make everyone happy. There's always going to be some type of civil unrest, and there's always going to be different opinions on whether universal healthcare or free college or you could dive into it any way.
And then it would give people choice. Instead of being like, oh, I hate being here. So many Republicans, so many people are being hateful. Just move somewhere fucking else. They have the place where you feel most comfortable. Go there.
Oh God.
Be there.
And it ain't Arkansas for me.
Hey, bro.
Arkansas is very beautiful.
I love Arkansas because it's beautiful. The people, not as beautiful.
Be like Patrick Star. If we could just move the people.
I agree with you on the people. I will say I do love the fact live in Arkansas because we are very a self-sustaining state. Like if we just decided to go be our own and say fuck the rest of the U.S., we could actually pull out, and we could survive. It'd be difficult at first. Being your own nation, the beginning is difficult. It's like growing up. I mean, we'd have to get certain things into order, and all these people who don't work would have to, you're going to work if you want food and such.
That's true.
Because we're not going to just take care of you just because you're fat and lazy.
Yeah. And
is the issue with that.
And then it would make states like New York that, do they have an agricultural section in New York, or is it mostly metropolitan?
It's mostly metropolitan.
And see, then
we have a great rural, like you said, agricultural system here. Rice,
water,
soybeans, water, hot springs.
Yeah, because I'm saying
we have geothermal energy.
Most of New York isn't metropolitan, but it's not like farmlands.
Yeah.
So
that'd be one reason why they would be against it, because
they have to pair up with another state.
Yeah.
Like Pennsylvania or something. Mm-hmm. A bunch of Amish in Pennsylvania got farmland.
There you go, the Amish original.
and look at them. They're surviving just fine.
Yeah, but they don't need money. Exactly. Stay away from us and we're cool.
In an August address, Biden stated, "This is not about Democratic, Republican, or Independent. This is about saving American lives. So let's institute a mask mandate nationwide, starting immediately." So what are you guys' thoughts on Biden's response to COVID-19 following his plans of a mask mandate nationwide and a COVID-19 task force? Do you agree or disagree? And what else do you suggest he do in response to COVID?
Fuck that shit. Look, this is how I see it. If you're gonna die from it, you're gonna die from it. Cause literally, it's a viral disease. If it's gonna kill you, it's gonna kill you.
But you can prevent that.
You can make precautions to prevent it. But then, let's say the task force is like, well, we believe all Americans should take the vaccine. I'm not taking that shit. Fuck that.
I will say I'll take it after the first few waves. I'm not gonna be the first, second, or even third wave.
But let's say it's more. Let's say that they can't kill the virus, and they have to put something in your body to fend off of the virus. Would you be comfortable with that?
So your point is then, if they implement a mask mandate, where should they stop?
Exactly.
Like if they could do that, then what's saying they couldn't force you to the vaccine or force you to stay locked in your house?
I get that point.
And I voted libertarian too. I understand that everyone should have the freedom that they want to do, as long as it doesn't affect somebody else.
Basically,
and the mask mandates worked in the rest of the world, but you see, it's surging back again because everyone's got relaxed and.
That's what I'm saying. That's a good point. It's worked everywhere else. The United States have looked like a fucking embarrassment to the rest of the world because
everyone's too proud.
200K Americans, 245K Americans have died over, I want to say 1 million at least came into contact with it. I don't know the exact numbers on that part.
I think it was 9 million
in the U.S.
with confirmed cases. Yeah, like current. I mean, I'll look it up while we're going.
Okay, yeah, look it up. So Joe Biden's 100-day plan includes working on an effective distribution plan for a vaccine, a plan that will cost about $25 billion for production, disbursement, and a free vaccine for all Americans. He also stated he will listen to scientists by rejoining the World Health Organization after Trump pulled out this past summer. Also, I wanted to get you guys' thoughts on Biden's tax plan, which includes raising the corporate income from 21% to 28% and larger proposed tax plan for those making $400,000 a year or more. What are your thoughts on that?
Definitely. They have, I hate to say in this context, they have too much money. The
gap is too huge between...
Yeah. Why am I not able to afford certain medical supplies, being a type 1 diabetic, killing myself? Thank God for the state insurance, though. I will say that.
Right.
Some of these guys just have money to throw away. I'm sure
literally
some
wipe their ass with it,
and their kids on Instagram, all that crap.
Yeah.
That's not right. Especially when we have, like I said, me and you are perfect examples because we've seen it when we were doing dispensing a couple of times out in OGP. Remember when we started doing the EBT cards?
Mm-hmm.
That one chick from freaking Glenwood.
Oh, yeah.
That pissed me off. I don't fucking believe.
What happened?
Bro, okay, so, first of all, you want to take that one? I'll let you take that one, because I'm going to be mean.
This is the first day we are able to do EBT cards. And, as with everything Walmart does, something's going to fuck up because they can't do shit right. They have it great in theory, but they don't put it to the test, and then they don't give us proper training. So they just said, figure it out. I'm like, okay, well, fucking thank you. Paris asked me to go out and help him because he couldn't get it to work properly. And I was like, well,
yeah.
Because
it was my first EBT dispense.
I think it was for the whole day. And it was supposed to work, but again, Walmart implemented something that the flaws weren't 100% vetted. So I go out there and we're trying to figure it out. Well, it didn't. So we basically had to cancel the order, do a suspended transaction for her at the self-check, and I remember how we did it. We sent somebody else in to ring it up. No, we got it taken care of. That was a whole other story. We got her taken care of except for some item that could be rang up with EBT.
Yeah, so probably it was probably toothpaste or some shit like that.
It's something stupid. So we took it off, and she gave us some money and ran it. We ran in, rang it up for her, so we could try to get a good survey.
Mm-hmm. You being too nice. This bitch was dirty as fuck. Her car was dirty as fuck. She had her feet with no socks on the dashboard, in the passenger seat. She had kids screaming in the back. She was eating a Lunchable. It was just dirty. She was like
showing us the food. Oh, I love these.
Yeah,
and you can only get them in Kroger now. I hate it because Glenwood quit carrying it.
She was just like the definition of someone who's, and she was white.
White trash.
She was the definition of someone
White
who's
trash.
just living off of the government because she can.
Yeah, there's a lot of them, and it's stupid. It's like, why do we not vet these people? Because there are people who have iPhones. Like, I know. Well, no, I'm not saying that because they do. Bro. Because they do. They're living off the government. They have iPhones. Or they're getting free housing.
Right. And there's nothing wrong with that if you need it.
If you're trying to better yourself, like a single mom, a single dad, a dad who's trying to take care of his kids.
Hell, even a fucking poor college student trying to put himself through college and he got all this debt and shit. EBT wise. I'm not talking about free housing. You live on campus. That's free. That's your free housing that you pay for.
You're trying to better yourself. Right. Some people, I can just do this shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Free. And they can't necessarily blame it on Obama because they've been doing this for years and they're continuing to do it.
Nothing wrong with needing help, but when you get to the point where you don't want to improve your living situation because you can live off of government assistance for as long as you have been and you will continue to do so, or when you just pop out kid after kid after kid, because once you have 3 kids, you get like what, 15 to 2,000 each per kid on income tax season. Something and then like your EBT increases and all that shit. So you get these people who are just complacent with being a bum, We had a friend like that. You get complacent with being a bum, and you don't want a better living situation. You live how you live. So
hey, I got intel on a certain ex of mine. She was trying to get on disability because of her
condition,
fake things, and I just laughed when I heard that because
Ian's too nice. Cause I'd be exposing.
Look, man.
I don't want to say. Look, I know the laws. I'm not going to put myself out there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to throw myself. I'm not going to put myself in better herself by setting me up for
because then you're gonna that's
slander.
Defamation, and you're gonna be back at Walmart.
Fuck that. Look, I told residents at my unit, I will fucking not go back to retail. Fuck all that shit. This is.
What about fast food?
Fuck that. I'm not going to go back into customer service.
Ain't nothing left.
Customer service like that? No, because I'm in a prison environment and I'm stress free.
He'd have a good foot in the door as a mall cop.
Paul Blart. Hey, they might be hiring at the Hot Springs Mall, you know.
Why? So I have to,
stores that are open?
look, I'd have to still fear for my job every fucking day because so many stores are leaving.
They'd be like, oh, damn.
I went in there to vote the other day. I didn't realize Victoria's Secret shut down. I was like, oh, damn.
Yeah, bro. It's
I
like,
didn't see that.
it was
Yeah,
like,
they're out.
apart from the people there that were there to vote, shopping wise, there's probably 3 people shopping in the whole mall.
Like, I might go to FY.
They were walking around, not shopping. They were shopping.
Well, yeah.
I would shop at FYE and Hot Topic and Shoe Depot
Yeah.
sometimes.
But Hot
I've
Topic's
shopped at
gone.
Dillard's too, and my sister-in-law and brother work there. Since I don't work there anymore, I don't go to Dillard's very much.
Yeah.
Dillard's
is
Hot
expensive.
Topic is gone.
Hot Topic's gone. Sears is gone. Victoria's Secret, GameStop.
Yeah.
About to be JCPenney's, right?
That's what I was trying to remember. JCPenney's was.
JC
They're
Penney.
They
down
look
over
like
the
they're
country.
closed.
Yeah, they filed for bankruptcy as a company.
did.
Yeah, as a
I mean, when your competition is Amazon, and you don't have to fucking.
And that's the major thing. Like, you can just buy anything online now, literally. So some people,
Yeah.
especially during the whole COVID thing, a lot of people just like, fuck going out. I'm just gonna order this shit online and I'm gonna get it. But then you got stores like FYE and Dillard's, like they're still afloat because a lot of the shit it's harder to find, honestly.
Yeah, but
Dillard's owns that part of the building.
Yeah,
they
they
will
do.
never go anywhere unless they have to file for bankruptcy.
honestly,
building.
I honestly could see FYE closing next because you go in there all the time, bro. It's like
They've been talking
hella
about closing
sales.
for years.
Yeah.
Going out of business.
I can see it though.
I can see Spencer's going out first though, since it's smaller.
Yeah.
Because I had friends that was a manager at Hot Topic, and she said they just got the notice all of a sudden that they're closing at the end of the year. Didn't even try helping them find a job or anything. I'm shocked they're still open. They have a Hot Topic at the McCain Mall, and I want to say the outlets up in Little Rock.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I can understand you close it in Hot Springs, but
Yeah. So Patty D, he pulled up the COVID statistics. So total cases in America, 10.5 million. Total deaths in America, 241K. And it looks like it puts the states in order. At the top with the most cases is Texas with 1 million.
Tejas.
Yeah.
Yo, Texas is so big though. Texas
Could be its own fucking country.
Exactly.
It's big, but like
They've
all the
been
people
there
are
all-
like
fucking country.
Houston, San Antonio, and Dallas, and like
Austin.
like all of West Texas is desert. Yeah.
I should have let you finish. I thought you was just naming big cities. And, continuing on with Joe Biden, since we're still on the topic, he also says that he will make the U.S. an international leader on climate change. He has stated he will aim to amp up the fight against climate change by enlisting departments like transportation, agriculture, treasury. He hopes to make significant cuts of greenhouse gas emissions where it has been proven by scientists that carbon dioxide, methane, and other greenhouse gases released through the burning of fossil fuels is warming the planet. It seems the fight against climate change will also have a sense of urgency, and Biden's administration will avoid the pitfalls that hampered Obama's situation. And living in the U.S. What the fuck? My notes is all. I guess I deleted some shit. I deleted some shit. Okay. I was also going to state his policy for immigration. He's hoping to make it easier for the 11 million immigrants in America to become a citizen, as well as stopping the separation of families at the borders. And he will also push to strengthen the Voting Rights Act following the death of civil rights leader John Lewis. I know that was a lot. Just that's the last of the bit. So, what do you guys are you guys agree with this policy?
Yeah, the climate change is big, but in all honesty, fuck let Joe Biden do it. We should let Elon Musk do it. Dead ass. Let him take care of all that shit. Because literally, like, if we gave him the funding, like as a country, we gave. Like,
Does he want to do that?
He been doing it. He hasn't been one. He's been doing it.
He was bored one day and developed those shingles that are like solar panels, and then like it compared that with an in-wall battery. Figured out the math for every single home to get that government funded, and gave it to the government. Here you go. Here's this information. If you want to use it, go for it.
They won't do it.
No,
so
that's what I'm saying. There's
so
one of the Tesla batteries.
Wow.
You see ads for Tesla batteries all the time now. It's this thing.
It's a beautiful dream. Is climate change actually putting it into effect? But the problem is they've been doing this since the 80s. Patrick and I can attest to this because cartoons like Captain Planet and stuff I've shown him, Cadillacs and dinosaurs, climate change destroyed the world, basically post-apocalyptic world cartoons. There are numerous cartoons that I could sit here and name all night long that touch on it, that have. I do stuff today because I watch the cartoon, like six-pack bottle or six-pack the rings.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I cut those. I don't just throw them away. I cut them open. Exactly. It's a beautiful dream because the problem is big oil and big paper. That's why marijuana has been illegal for decades. Because they came out with I watched with my younger brother this crappy ass little black and white movie called Reefer Madness. Basically, somebody smoked weed, then went legit. I'm not even kidding you. Went and committed murder while he was high, and then it was a big clusterfuck after that.
Was he smoking PCP?
No, just weed.
Jeez.
Like, but the thing is,
yeah, propaganda. Yeah,
it was because big paper fears you can get more paper out of 1 acre of hemp versus 1 acre of trees, and guess what? It takes a shorter time to grow than the other hemp.
The biggest bit of legislature I've seen recently, actually, I saw in passing the other day, is California passed. It says by 2035 they want to statewide ban gasoline-powered cars. Ban. So it'll be just. Are
they gonna government assist us with getting electric cars?
Or they're like, here, give us your.
They're not taking away gas cars. They're just not selling any new ones in the state. So you still have used cars, that kind of sales, but all sales will be electric or
hybrid. But they're still gas.
Not gas.
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen, yeah, so hydrogen powered. In fact, the only hydrogen gas stations in the country right now are in California. And that's the only state that sells hydrogen powered cars. Like Toyota has one, Honda has one. Just really.
I would say
I think Chevrolet made one too.
Hydrogen cars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Is
you can buy them
hydrogen
now.
more expensive than gas?
It is more expensive to make. That's the problem. It has the only byproduct of hydrogen cars is water, because the hydrogen mixes with the air, and then water comes out the tailpipe.
Gas gonna be $60 a gallon. But no, I like that idea. And like you said, are they gonna make it more accessible for us to be able to pay for that, or us common folks who don't make $400,000 a year?
Look, what they could do is, but like, here, give us your old car. We'll take it, recycle it, and whatever we can get from the recycled parts, we can get you a new car.
Boy, I got a 1993 Honda, 2001 Prelude.
There you go. Go ahead, just give us that. We give you the money to get a new car.
Man, y'all say it's expensive, man, but look at the price of the Tesla Model 3s.
Mm-hmm.
They're, sure, $35,000 is kind of a lot for people in our situation. However,
that's not too bad.
It's not bad for a fully electric car with a 15-inch iPad for the screen and
probably the base model.
It's still,
yeah.
You know what that is? Zero emission.
That's that makes more sense because I've been seeing a lot of Teslas here in Hot Springs. There's a lot of rich people here, but I've been seeing some beat up Teslas.
Only place I've seen with like a public Tesla charging station is the Outlets in Little Rock, though.
The math science school downtown.
Really? They have a Tesla station now?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Well, they did. Well, they just put the parking garage. It used to be in that parking lot. So I'm assuming they reintegrated the charging station into that parking garage.
I don't know anything about the charging. Like, how long does that take or whatever?
It takes some time. Well, like, the superchargers can fully charge the battery in like 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. However, batteries are getting better, but it used to be like, you supercharge a battery sort of kills cells faster than if you trickle charge it, which you could do at home. I think for a full charge, it's like you do it overnight plus a little bit more just using a regular outlet or whatever. Mm-hmm. But the superchargers, I remember Nissan was talking, every one of their dealerships was going to have one to charge the Nissan Leaf in half an hour. But if you do that all the time, mind you, Tesla batteries are different. They're much more advanced than normal batteries. Yeah. So I don't know if they've fixed that problem themselves. But no, yeah, you can charge in half an hour. Like when you're inside shopping, doing grocery shopping, park at the thing, plug it in, cents on the dollar, just to charge that thing up again.
And those chargers ran off solar power, aren't they?
I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know. Probably. It would make sense. Because if it's still pulling like coal factories are still charging sending power to it, what's the point, right?
Yeah.
I did see in that same bit of legislature though, by 2045 California expects to be 100% dependent on solar and wind and like hydroelectric power for the entire state by 2045.
Talking about like electricity and all that shit.
Yeah. Hey, you will not need any coal burning.
My thing is, why are we paying for electricity anyway when that shit's free?
Right. It just cost my folks. They put solar panels on my house. Mm-hmm. It cost them $60,000.
Yeah, y'all the only motherfuckers on the block with that shit.
Yeah.
I wish the government would actually put more money in. Like, I don't know who it was. Like, somebody said Kanye West or somebody could.
Every time it comes back to Kanye.
Build.
Every
I can't remember who, but could build, like, in the middle of the Sahara Desert, this giant solar relay station, like solar farm, and it could literally power the world.
It was like 4 miles by 4 miles, something like that.
Yeah,
it wasn't even that big of a deal.
And if the world got in on that, okay, free electricity for everybody. But the problem is, there's profit in forcing us to pay for hydro power.
It's the same problem as to why we don't see vaccines or cures for cancer and shit like that. There's profit, bro.
Well, there's conspiracy theory behind that there are cures. That's why.
Right.
That's why they killed Dr. Sebi.
Hey, listen, Magic Johnson, bro. That nigga got cured in the 90s.
Like I always tell, I love educating people about Dr. Sebi. That nigga cured 14 people of AIDS, bro. 14 people. He cured them of AIDS. And you know how? Not from anything that
it's
didn't
not
come
Western
from the earth.
No Western medicine, right?
No Western medicine. It came from the fucking ground, bro.
Hey, where he at though? In the fucking ground.
Because bro, look, literally his death when like they didn't kill him. He just didn't. He starved himself because he got in there. He was like, if I eat that food, I'm gonna die. He said, if I eat the food that they're giving me here, it's gonna kill me. It's gonna make me sick.
That's a fair fight.
Yeah, he was in like, cause what he was doing, he would make money here, curing people and stuff, and then he would take the money that he made here and bring it back to Honduras, back where he lived, and he would give the money there, and he would help build his compound to help heal people up more and more. So he got caught at the border for money laundering, but
it's his money.
It's his money. He got caught at the border for money laundering, and
so that's what's great about the Treasury Department. They'll figure out. That's how they got Al Capone. Not on any murder charge.
Right.
Tax evasion.
Martha Stewart. Tax evasion.
Insider trading, what?
That was insider trading.
Yeah.
That was insider trading because she got a tip that you need to sell your stock now because it's
and she had a nice little jail cell with doilies and shit in it. Man, comfy.
Yeah. She was living up. It was probably a vacation.
I've never seen a single picture of her in an orange jumpsuit.
Just like at the end of Wolf of Wall Street, he said.
Now, not every prison uses orange jumpsuits, and you don't know how to.
Oh, Mr.
Alright, my bad.
Prison expert.
Mr. over here.
Let's not
talk about that. Don't mention names.
At the end of Wolf of Wall Street, he was like, "Hey, I came to a place where you have to buy everything, and I'm rich." He lived the best life out playing tennis, motherfuckers.
Motherfuckers. Before we move on to the next topic, are there any final takes on either Biden or Trump? My prediction is that similar to Obama, Republicans of the House or Senate, whatever, will block Biden from doing anything.
That's best case scenario. Best case scenario, Trump gives it up, everyone says Biden wins, and then the Senate blocks him until maybe midterm election, they overturn the blue, and then everything's blue and they can do whatever they want. Which, I don't like that either. So, no single party should control the whole government. That's the point.
No, I've always said this, it needs to be a good mix. Both, hell, not even just red and blue. Get some green, get some libertarians in there. Yeah. Get some young and old folks in there. Like,
boy.
No old folks.
Fuck them old niggas, get them out of there.
Look.
Nobody old as fuck.
He can't be just old, or he can't just be just young niggas. We need like a couple old niggas.
We have, look, at the problem, the state we're in now, because we have people like Mitch McConnell, Nancy Pelosi. These people are too fucking old. They don't know.
They are fucking old.
They're
still living in the fucking 60s.
Society. Nancy Pelosi, she went, okay, California, they had their COVID mandates where, yeah, you can go to a hair salon, but it's got to be outside. And you also have to wear your mask. This bitch goes and is inside of a salon having her hair done. And yeah, sure, the video was leaked. Okay, well, you knew what it was leaked out. And she's like, oh, I'll set up. Okay, bitch, you don't know the laws of your own fucking home state? You don't know that you're setting yourself up to fucking fail in the first place?
Hey, y'all remember in 2008 when they said John McCain would die during the presidency if he became president? He survived those 8 years if he would have been president.
Just barely, though. Just barely.
Any final takes? Is moving on, or
I do want to point one thing out. I want to know where y'all have heard this or seen this. Have y'all heard about Kamala Harris? How she illegally prosecuted people and wouldn't accept evidence that would have exonerated.
I'm nodding my head for those who can't.
Not wouldn't accept, intentionally blocked.
She did more harm to the black community than, like I said.
How do y'all feel about that? Because I'm like, this.
Yeah, fuck that bitch.
No one's talked about this. I just recently seen it. I think it's because you sent me something.
That's right. Like I said in the last podcast I was in, she's a cop, and I don't trust her.
She's a cop. Look, Joe's not defunding no police because he has a fucking cop as his VP.
He signed the crime bill.
And what? This is my prediction. He gonna get old and decrepit and can't be a president. She gonna become a president.
My theory is that they're gonna slap, what is it, the 25th Amendment or whatever it was. I don't fucking know. They're gonna slap something on him, get his old ass out of there, and then Kamala's gonna be.
That's what Pelosi's trying to do, is introduce a new amendment, because he has symptoms of dementia.
He does.
It's been acknowledged by doctors.
He's done well holding it together as it is.
Sure, they can attribute it. He don't know how to read a fucking teleprompter.
This water tastes funny.
But then they're saying, okay, well, we'll make the VP president. Oh, but wait, she doesn't qualify for president. I was like, okay, she doesn't qualify to be president. How does she qualify to be VP?
Right.
And then they're going to give it to Nancy Pelosi. That's the hierarchy.
Well, it'd be Kamala as president and then Pelosi as vice.
Yeah.
Oh, is that how it was supposed to be? I thought they were trying to eventually,
Speaker of the House is third in line.
I know, but that's why I thought they were trying to say that. Okay,
that or they could get Kamala out.
That's what I'm saying. That's what the conspiracy theory is. She's not eligible, so then Pelosi gets in. I'm like, oh sweet Jesus, get that.
My take on Kamala is, kudos to America finally picking a black woman to be in a significant a position of power. But yeah, fuck that woman, because she's done more harm to black people than.
Yeah, it's on paper that we've checked that box now. Cool.
Why don't look? This is my theory. Whenever I'm like 30 or 40, I'm gonna get into politics. But why don't we have like 3 presidents?
Hey, I saw a meme.
3
It was
presidents.
like saying make Donald Trump and Biden president and be like stepbrothers.
Look,
I watched that.
Look, give us 3 presidents. Give a Democratic, Republic, and an independent.
But
party.
we basically have that, because the president, the Senate, the House, the president doesn't have all the power.
That's a system of checks and balances.
Right.
I feel we should have a triumvirate.
What is that? Like,
it is a council of. It's what the Romans did for a while. It's a council of 3 rulers.
Okay. So where what kind of what he was saying?
Yes, where not just one. There's not an emperor, which does lead to tyranny. That's what the Romans. The Romans always.
Well, shit, we might see that with Trump. So, because my take 4 years ago when he got in was this motherfucker is gonna be president for the next 20 years. He's gonna get in here.
He's already joked about a 3rd term.
That's what I'm saying. If let's say they give it to Trump, they get Biden out of there, he lost, he concedes, whatever. And 4 years from now, when it's 2024, Trump's gonna either go to war, or he gonna find some fucking way to stay in there.
I say he will it's a false flag. He'll create a false flag attack, and initiate martial law, negating all elections.
Gotta have the Proud Boys standing by.
Yes, fuck all of them. Like, I saw that video Patrick sent about all these Trump supporters hounding this woman. I don't even know what that woman did. They're just all
should have Biden turned on.
Grown ass men wanting to beat the shit out of this little girl
because she had a Biden shirt on.
I'm like that. I told Patrick on the way here. I said I'm not gonna get into the conversation till we get here, because this is gonna be a good topic. We have devolved as a society.
Yup. Continually, every day, every fucking day.
We're getting, the divide is getting harder. So you get zealots on one side and zealots on the other side, and everyone's radicalizing each other.
Yeah, there's no middle ground. There's no. Mm-mm. I'll have a conversation with them. Me and you've had conversations about racism and such, but me and you're still good friends.
Yeah,
I'm here doing a podcast.
Yeah.
And because we can have a civilized conversation.
Hell, look at America's history. We've had presidents who's been able to conduct themselves and deal with both sides and fuck. I mean, I'll give an example. Obama and John McCain, they were good friends. They didn't agree with each other. They ran against each other, but they had a respect for each other to communicate. And Bush and
my God, those what was it? Me and you watched those debates. That was just.
Oh, you talking about Obama and McCain?
No. Trump and Biden.
That was just toddlers. Your son's stupid. No, your son's stupid.
But the only like big point I seen in those debates when he was like, why is other countries giving your son $10 million? Why is your other country giving your son? That kind of stuck out to me because he kept pointing it out. Why the fuck are other countries paying you $10 million? You ain't inventing shit. You ain't invested in shit. Well, who are you?
Who?
Trump's son?
No, Biden's son.
Hunter Biden.
Yeah, like Joe Biden is getting paid by like millions of dollars from China, Russia, other countries that don't do shit with us. Mm-hmm. But why? And no one still has answered that question. And that's one major reason why I don't fuck with Biden. Because Trump already got money. He can't be bought. Biden can be bought.
Trump's already bought.
But Trump is Trump is sucking Putin's dick. So
the reason why Trump is trying so hard to stay in office, not just to look cool and have power, is when as soon as he's out of office, I was watching stuff like listing all the different ongoing like lawsuits against him. Like, he's going to jail for something. As soon as he's out of office. That's why he's trying to stay in office. So he doesn't, and then maybe, I don't know,
maybe he'll die in office. Or shit, I don't know.
I didn't say that. Everyone, all government listener, I ain't saying that.
Hey, man. Hey, they already at the door. I got Alexa in here. They already hearing the shit. Moving on to the next topic. Let's get the fuck away from politics. We are a day away from the official launch of the PS5. Xbox launched yesterday. With next-gen gaming officially here, let's take a moment to reflect on current-gen gaming, that being the PS4 and Xbox One. Which console would you guys say won last-gen gaming, or should I say current-gen gaming? And before these Xbox fucking lovers over here, these dick suckers, get in on the action, Chewy. Well, you the gaming, you know a lot about gaming. You know, what's your take on current-gen gaming, PS4, Xbox? Who would you say won?
Or Nintendo. Nintendo's in there too.
Hey, chill out.
I'm a PlayStation gamer, but I would have to say Xbox got it just because I could deal with a disc tray not being able to read my game and still be able to play a downloaded game than my PlayStation overheating.
We're not talking about PS5 and Xbox.
Oh, no.
We're talking about PS4. PS4.
I thought you were talking about
No. PS4 and Xbox One, not the Xbox One Series S or X. Who would you say won the last two consoles out of the last two consoles for the last?
PlayStation. They got, because I had Xbox 360 just for the.
I had Xbox 360, not Xbox One.
He just said the last two, Jeff.
Yeah. I had an Xbox, but PlayStation's platform pulled me over. There's more people, better games. I can play on my PlayStation Vita to my PlayStation 4 to my.
Bro, they need to bring the Vita back. They need to keep. Well, I know they still have it, but they need to implement it more in there.
It's very implemented. They just don't. There's no advertising on it. You can literally
you can still
literally play.
Well, that's their fucking problem. They don't advertise shit. They didn't advertise Sly Cooper 4 on the PS3. I was playing that bitch on day one. They didn't advertise it, so the game did poorly. That's their fucking problem. Vita doing poorly, they don't advertise it.
Japan advertises the fuck out of it. Japan, it's selling in Japan. It doesn't sell here.
All my Amazon ads is Japanese Vitas.
Sony's Japan anyways. Sony's Japan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why. So Chewy says PS4. I'll let the Xbox fanboys take over from here.
You make it first, Ian?
Yes, go right.
All right. For last gen,
you got a better.
The winner of the last gen fight, hands down, PlayStation.
Oh, he called it.
They sold more consoles by far. All right.
Thank you.
See,
I was gonna bring that up too.
I mean, like crazy.
I'll let you continue in a second. Specific numbers. PS4 sold 112 million copies, double of what Xbox made. Xbox is sitting at 53 million.
And I blame that really on the Red Ring of Death for the 360. See, I had an original Xbox, and I still have my original Xbox. I love that thing. I played Halo 2 every day. I was the best at that. But then when the PS3 came out, I didn't buy a 360. I bought a PS3. And I played the balls off of that too. But when what turned me off of Sony is I remember the CEO said that in a press release that they're no longer competing with Xbox, and I was like, well, that ain't right, because the Xbox now has a 4K drive, a 4K player in it, where my PlayStation did not, and they didn't plan on putting a 4K drive in, and they still didn't.
Mm-hmm. On the 5?
On the 4.
Oh,
on the
4.
Even the Pro can stream 4K content, but you cannot put a 4K disc in that game.
That just pisses me off.
With PS4, their whole deal was for the players. With PS3, they were more focused on movies and shit than they were the actual gaming console.
Sony owns Blu-ray, like they own the rights for the Blu-ray disc, and that's why they had the Blu-ray player first. That's what turned me on to that.
Right.
So, and like 4K TV, I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna dumb myself down. I got an Xbox. My Xbox now, it's my media console. It's for people who do more than just game. Because I stream more stuff on my Xbox than I do play games.
I can see that's why PlayStation did win this time around, because they focus more on games than Xbox.
I'm about to say the Xbox is a coaxial input on the back. The original one did, the Xbox One, the original.
It still had analog. Yeah,
it had a fucking coaxial input on the back. Like what?
The PS3 had an adapter you can get for it.
Really?
It came with the cable to plug in to plug into it, but it wasn't like a normal. Yeah. But the PS4 didn't. The PS3 did.
Okay.
Yeah, the Xbox One, the original Xbox One, still had that option. Yeah.
You can watch TV on your Xbox, can't you?
Yeah, there is an HDMI in on my Xbox One, so I can plug my cable box to my Xbox and tell my Google, hey, pull up TV on my Xbox, and all that kind of activities there. It'll stream my television through my Xbox to my TV, and I can switch between my games or whatever. That's why it's more of a media console than it is just for games.
I, myself, will say Xbox One. And I'm a PlayStation boy all the way down to my roots. But Xbox, they're doing the right shit. You can play Xbox games on the Xbox One. You can play Xbox games on the Xbox Series X. Yeah. What the fuck? Why can't I play a PS1 game on the PlayStation 5? You telling me the $600 hardware can't boot this fucking shit up from 2001? This is stupid, bro. Literally, I want to play Shinobi. I want to play fucking these old ass crazy ass games I used to play forever ago.
And
can't.
Sony's, you know I'm a Sony boy. Most of those games you can get on with their fucking PlayStation Plus, not PlayStation Plus.
Now.
PlayStation Now. Do you have these games that you're saying? Do you have the physical disc right now where you could be putting it in?
I mean, I buy them. I
you buy them.
I had a GameCube. I bought games that were fucking 5 years
And where's
old.
your GameCube now?
Hey, bro, don't do me. Don't do me on that. Look. Anyway, back to like, there's so many. You can literally just buy them off eBay. Just go on eBay, buy it. There you go. Send it in the mail.
Or you can pay for the PlayStation Now subscription, $20 a month.
And wait for
that comes with 600
download.
Plus games versus buying $20 per old ass PS1 game.
They got the PlayStation hits on there.
Don't disrespect.
Hey.
PlayStation 1 games like that.
Hey,
I got my PS2 games and PS1 games.
I want to play the shit that that aren't the major games, because the ones that below, those are the good ones. Those be the fucking hitters right there. Another reason my Xbox One. Hey, you know what the? Ooh,
Hey,
I got
he
a
in
phone.
trouble.
That's my mama. I got. Do y'all remember the HoloLens?
The what?
The HoloLens by Microsoft. I bet you
Yes.
none of y'all remember that shit.
Yeah.
They revealed that at E3 one year. It's so expensive because nobody can buy
It's like
that shit.
$3,000.
That's just expensive. You can put glasses on your head and have augmented reality all the way around.
Oh, I do remember those.
If you look on the store, it used to show on the store on the Xbox One if it was HoloLens compatible.
Literally,
I forgot about that.
I watched the video. The dude is playing. He's playing Gears right here. He has Facebook, the internet, YouTube. Literally had that shit around him. You can just look around and look at all that shit. And then like in Minecraft, like you can look like in the area around you, and you can the HoloLens picks up like you grabbing shit, picking it up and moving it. That's some like next level shit that PlayStation hasn't done yet. When they did the Kinect, I played the fuck out my Kinect, bro.
Kinect was fun.
That shit was fun.
That was 360, right?
A camera.
I gotta have a control. Fuck that shit.
I played Michael Jackson Experience on PlayStation 4 or 3.
They had
The Move
the
controller.
Move.
That's
when
why
everyone was
And
copying
I
Wii.
got
But Kinect, it was entirely
That is,
like
yeah,
3D
I do
scan.
understand that. You
So
didn't need that, yeah.
with Kinect, that was Xbox 360, and in that race, I would say Xbox 360 beat PS3. But as far as current gen gaming, PS4 wiped the fuck out of Xbox number wise, and then for like they focused on gaming. They had fucking single player on lockdown. They don't really have multiplayer on lockdown like Xbox do. Like if you want to be competitive, get an Xbox. But I don't want to get on fucking Xbox and get fucking shot minutes or seconds from spawning. I ain't trying to be sweating.
Look. That's another reason. The Xbox they're trying to be intuitive and how they create their console. They're not really just going off of gaming now. They're taking it a step above.
Yeah, because I can play with my friend in Pennsylvania on his PC. Like games, like if you buy an Xbox game, you get it on PC for free too.
Yeah.
And it's cross-play with that. We're playing Forza. So I'm not stuck with just playing Xbox gamers.
And that's like they're being more innovative as far as that point.
I give you that, but I think that's why they're falling behind. Well, not falling behind. Xbox and PS and PlayStation are going in two different paths.
Yep.
PlayStation has fucking games on lockdown, bro. They got better exclusives. I can name 30 fucking exclusives now.
This is true because I got my PlayStation, got all my shit on it. Like I said, I'll give PlayStation that they got better games, but Xbox they have like the innovative push to want to do more than just game. But they're doing gaming as well. But and the new Xbox is more powerful. The Xbox has been more powerful than the PlayStation.
I give them that.
Can I roll with that innovation bit? Because we're doing Xbox or PlayStation. You can't. The one company that outdoes everyone in innovation is Nintendo.
Oh,
absolutely.
Because in the late 80s and 90s with the Power Glove, way ahead of this guy.
No
it
one's come
flopped.
back with that.
It flopped. They had the robot. You could play games with you. It flopped too.
They had the Wiimotes.
The Wiimotes.
That every other fucking company copied them on.
Then it went to the Wii U, which is portable but also on a TV.
And now they're
to the
full
Switch,
on portable.
which put the Wii and the Wii U together.
Yeah.
Sure.
I love my Switch, bro.
Nintendo sales have not been crazy, but no one has done more in trying to be crazy with stuff than Nintendo has.
And then now they got Mario Kart Live where you fucking play.
Augmented reality.
Yes.
Yeah. It's only $90, which is,
Crazy.
expensive, but not bad for like driving a Mario Kart around your room and still like hitting banana peels and stuff with a real RC car.
Imagine, I'm just waiting to see the crazy shit somebody can make, like a course with that, and how crazy they could get, you know.
It's on YouTube.
Rainbow Road in real life.
That's a good point because it's always been Xbox versus PlayStation. We always forget about Nintendo, and I think that's why Nintendo doesn't need to drop at the same time as these two companies because they're doing their own thing and they're fucking killing it.
And when all the sales from video games were dry in electronics where we were, Nintendo sales never stopped.
Oh.
Like everyone, if we see when they need a game, it's usually the Switch aisle. So I don't know how. I guess
yeah, bro, I love my Switch, man. I can take it if I wanted to. I can take it to work, play it on my lunch.
Like how often, easily double than PlayStation, Xbox combined. We have to sell a game.
And it's funny, is like there weren't enough Switches to uphold the demand for the Switches. So it's just like, wow, like they want it so bad, but there's not enough.
Yeah, everybody's sleeping on them.
And you didn't even put your 2 cents in, man.
Yeah, I was letting everybody get their...
Here, pull it out. Pull out the kneecapper.
Okay, so first I want to say, I've been a fan of both since I was a kid. I've had almost every game console except for GameCube and Dreamcast.
Those two are my favorite.
GameCube is the best.
Dreamcast was ahead of its time. But we'll get to that later.
I agree with Mikhail on how Sony's like, I got old PS2 PlayStation games that I would love to just put in and play, but bullshit with firmware and everything. I'm like, y'all, grow the fuck up. You know you have the you have the fan base. You can make money off of it. So spend the money to make the money, but they don't. Oh, apparently all these early release PlayStation 5s, the consoles are legitimately breaking. Being reported by legitimate news sources due to a storage glitch. So they are turning into
like 5-pound paper.
Yeah. While Xbox, which was released yesterday, which, because I know somebody I was able to get one, which is pretty fucking awesome.
Well, they're having
they haven't had any bad.
They're saying they're having, but like
that smoking stuff's bullshit. Because Patrick and I looked it up.
The disc errors is what I was referring to.
I need to look that up myself. I don't know.
Look it up.
We'll see.
Donald. Because I saw the PS5s were overheating, but apparently they were in an enclosed case. They weren't getting. So I didn't hear nothing. I didn't hear nothing.
Software. Yeah.
Oh, that's why I didn't fork out $500 for the PS5.
I said
I wasn't gonna be no guinea pig.
So we ain't got it in store. I can save money on it. Fuck it.
Going back to the sales. So earlier we said PS4 sold 112 million. Xbox sold 53 million. Dude, Nintendo Switch, as of 5 days ago, has reached 68 million. So they've toppled Xbox, bro.
See what I say?
It's because it's good.
It's for everyone.
Like literally, I had like with my Switch, it was I liked it. All I had was for Smash Bros. But now there's games that I would legitimately play.
Yeah, because fuck Smash Bros. I wasted my fucking money on that season pass, and the season pass now is a waste of money.
Well, it's because there ain't nobody good on there, boy. You gotta
put Gino on it, bro. Gino, I take Gino, and I don't care whoever else you want.
I just want Dante.
Okay, yeah.
They
why doesn't fucking PlayStation bring back PlayStation All-Stars, bro?
That shit fall.
PlayStation be slacking.
They do be slacking. That's one thing that they know what you want. They like fuck it.
Yeah. PlayStation likes to take on projects and then fucking forget about them. Same with Xbox. Fucking forget about them. The Kinect was a great innovation. They should have.
They did keep it. It's just
you had to have an adapter on the because they had one for the Xbox One, but you have to have an adapter to use it.
They should have updated it
on the Xbox. The S and X, not the Series S and Series X, but the ones that are out now we sell. You can't even use the Kinect on with an adapter. Well, I think you might have to have an adapter for it, but there's nothing that really supports it.
Does the Series X allow you to use it?
Do they still sell Kinects?
No.
I've not seen those.
No, you have to get one used somewhere.
eBay.
Oh, okay. I feel like...
Yeah.
Hey, did Xbox come with the Wookiee earbud? No, that was PlayStation. Well, what Xbox didn't come with that?
I'm about to say PlayStation did come with that boo-boo ass one-piece earpiece.
Remember that as a PlayStation phone? Remember that?
The PlayStation phone?
Yeah, was it Xperia Play?
I don't remember the name.
Oh,
You
yeah.
flip it up,
that.
it's got like the D-pad and the bumpers on it and stuff.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
I didn't know about that.
Had a stick, it just slid it up into the screen and play games on it. Like video games or whatever.
Another innovative thing to fall before its time. Like now, that phone could do well because of 5G technology.
Probably, yeah.
It would do so much better with 5G technology because the lid would just boot up the game like that. There you go. They don't have to put it on they can just do dedicated servers like they're trying to do. Like they do for, PlayStation Now? They have the servers for it, so it's like Netflix, just load into it, there you go.
Yeah,
you do that same shit with the phone.
Yeah, because Xbox is doing the xCloud stuff. Like right now, if I had an Xbox controller, I could pair it to my phone and sign into my account and play like 100 games, like Game Pass games. Halo 5, I could play it on like right here with us. Streaming it.
I will say the things I think I disliked about PlayStation, the fan kicking on, which I haven't had that problem with my PlayStation, and I have the OG PS4. But I heard it on your fucking PS4 Pro, and it shouldn't be as loud as that shit was. That shit sound like a fucking helicopter.
Dude, my roommate's Pro. Oh my god.
I will say this. Sometimes like when I play like certain games, it won't kick on. But if I'm playing something demanding, I'm like
sound like a fucking chopper.
Yeah. I mean, the PS3 did too. You know how many times I took my PS3 apart to fucking put the little thermal paste on my shit?
I guess I wasn't. I had that booty ass PS3. You know what I'm talking about with the sliding disc on the top.
I told you
the sliding tray,
bro. Look, I was like, bro, what is that? It's the PlayStation. I said, nigga, what?
Bro, I was so pissed. I called my mom when I opened that on Christmas. I said, Mom. Yes, honey. What the fuck is this? What is this? I was like, did you get a PS3 or did you get a PS2? And she's like, that was the PS3. That's what they had in stores. I was like, they didn't have the other fucking gens? I don't want this. I was grateful, but that bitch was ugly as fuck.
That didn't sound great.
Yeah.
It was like, the fuck are you doing, Mom?
Literally,
you've disappointed me.
Open.
It caused so many problems for me, dude. Like, cause it's just like with the PlayStation. The tray would get stuck. It would open on its own. The eye got hurt. The eye got so fucking dirty, bro.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah,
the Super Drive keeps it pretty sealed. Yeah, the one you just feed it into it. Yeah,
I was so pissed, bro. That bitch got stolen. I wasn't even mad. I went and bought a PS4.
A reference back to episode 1.
Oh shit, it is. And then another thing I don't really care for with the PlayStation 4 is the fucking PS4 controller dies so fast compared to the PlayStation 3 one.
Man, I just have a couple of AA's in my pocket. Swap it out on the go. Reload.
I know.
Sound like an Android. Drop your controller and it just goes everywhere on the floor.
Yeah, drop an iPhone.
Hey, you gonna get a new charger? You gonna get a new charger with your upgraded iPhone and its innovative
Actually,
technology
it comes
that Samsung
with the USB cord. It doesn't come with the box.
It comes with a Type C USB.
It ain't gonna fit shit.
You gotta buy a whole new block. Yeah, expensive block too.
I got a block with the C.
I like how a fucking iPhone is trying to be environmental friendly, but like the fucking charger boxes don't come wrapped in fucking plastic.
Right.
It's funny because if you have an iPhone and you get the 12, there you go. You just use your old charger.
Like I said,
yeah, I guess so.
environmental change is a beautiful dream, like I said, but it won't compare because there's too much money to be made in bullshit.
What are some things you guys are looking forward to for next gen gaming? I'll let Chewy take this one away. What's some things? What are you looking forward to most for next gen gaming?
I like the haptic feedback on the PS5 controller.
That shit fall.
I looked into that and that looks pretty cool because I do have a problem with my trigger fingers.
What do you mean? Like it fights back to your finger? Or
Yes.
Yeah, if you, so you know, like with guns, if you like single tap it, it'll understand what you're single firing versus fully autoing.
Right. Okay. Instead of just being on and off, there's okay.
Because there's sometimes that glitch in between the pushing too far. Or
Did you also know if you play a game where the gun jams, you can't push the button out at all?
yeah, that part too.
Yeah.
Oh, so now that's
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more realistic. And I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not a dual shock anymore, so it doesn't have the
6 axis.
yeah.
Yeah,
I used it more on my PS3 than on my PS4.
Yeah. Well, that's because that's when it was new. When they have something new, when Sony has something new, that's when they implement it the most, and then a year or two later, you forget it exists.
Yeah, whatever game drops with it has all. You have to use all the features with it, or whatever. Was that that Second Son game?
Infamous.
Infamous, yeah. You had to like spray paint with the controller on the thing or whatever. That was cool, but it's the only time I ever used it.
Yeah. Maybe a Little Big Planet. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's Sony only. So
yeah, I fucking liked Infamous. So.
Yeah. I don't play the first one.
It was really good.
You know, a lot of people didn't like the second one, the Second Son.
Well, probably because they were fucking riding Cole's dick. Yeah. I didn't like Cole.
I didn't either. He was too edgy for me.
He just looked bland. He looked like a regular old white boy that shaved his head. So the dude from Second Son had fucking fashion and looked cool. He looked like Dante.
And he was a native. He was a Native American.
Oh, word.
Yeah, he was a native. So that put a spin on protagonist.
Yeah, I guess since a lot of people didn't like it, I guess that's why they never did a sequel.
They put a lot of culture into the Infamous games. They had one of them where it was like in Louisiana and Baton Rouge or some shit.
That's the second original.
So
yeah,
they put a lot of culture into different people.
I just didn't care for Cole other than in PlayStation All-Stars because I was fucking y'all up with that nigga.
That's such a good game, bro.
Such a good game, bro.
They ain't gonna bring it back.
Both the All-Star games, the PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale and then the Sonic All-Stars Sega Racing.
Oh, you did, dude?
I didn't play that one.
Yeah, it's good.
I was wrecking niggas in both games. What are you guys looking forward to in next gen gaming?
I would have said Halo Infinite, but there's a lot of controversy going on with that right now.
Cyberpunk.
Dude.
Please.
Oh, yeah.
Just release it already.
Dude, look.
I saw a meme. It's like they're gonna release it in 2077.
It was another meme. It was like they pushed it back because the ball hair was 1.6 millimeters two centimeters too short, and they had to make it longer, so they pushed the game.
I think me and Patrick talked about this at work, or was that it might have been a different game. Correct me if I'm wrong, but weren't they having a problem with, not with like it's fine to go for next gen gaming, but the problem was with current gen gaming, it can't adapt or something like that.
What game was it? I don't think we're talking about a specific. Were we talking about a specific game? I remember that conversation though. Yeah, like the problem is that they were trying to release it on both consoles. Yeah, but it really only works.
Yeah.
Was it Grand Theft Auto?
It might have been God of War.
God of War. Yeah.
That's what I'm looking forward to most with next gen gaming. But if it's gonna be on PS4, they could keep that shit.
Well, yeah. Then it's like should they pull the anchor up, or should they just leave it there and still try to benefit both parties?
That's just holding it back. Yeah.
Yeah, it's holding it back. Make me want to go buy a next gen gaming console.
Exactly.
If I could play it on my fucking wookie ass PS4 in there, I'm gonna do that instead.
I'm gonna go.
I mean, we saw it with PlayStation 3 to PlayStation 4. Oh, so many games were being held back. Specifically, at the time, I was a huge WWE gamer, so all of those games were being held back because they wanted to keep implementing it for the last gen gaming.
Let's shout out to
booty ass graphics.
Shout out to the last PlayStation 2 game that ever got made. It was a soccer game in 2014. I'm pretty sure that shit was crazy. They actually the 2020 Just Dance. They released it. They released it for the Wii.
Yeah, 2021 we had it.
For the Wii?
Yeah, for the Wii.
Oh, that's crazy.
The Wii.
I still got that bitch.
That's like the only game they make every year because I guess people still have it for It's understand. I don't know why.
I can see that. I still have my Wii because the older games that I have.
Wii Sports. Can I get a Switch Sports?
Ooh, yes.
Bro, that made me
not
buy
that stupid crap like the Wii Fit. I want Wii Sports.
Yeah, I'm not trying to work out while I play games. I want to sweat.
Like those more to innovation, man. See, they're trying it.
Yeah, bro. You got to give it to Nintendo, man. They're kicking ass on that front. That's why I think they don't need to release a new console when the other two do. They just do their own thing. I'm looking forward to a step up in graphics and instant loading times. And I know the graphics, the step up in graphics won't come immediately with them converting over to a new console or whatever. But imagine how beautiful the games will look 4 years from now.
Look at the Unreal Engine showcase, the Unreal Engine 5 showcase. It will show you the potential of next gen gaming. That shit is insane. As far as like particle effects and like the way lighting is portrayed in gaming, is absolutely insane. And which one's powerful? Is the Xbox still more powerful?
I think so.
But like barely. Like,
yeah, it's basically the same.
Notice it, yeah.
It's basically the same.
Yeah.
So,
I will say in their storage, even though one is a terabyte and one's 800, they're about the same.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Apparently, storage is the problem on the PlayStation 5.
And Xbox sells a motherfucking solid state memory card.
How much is that thing again?
$250. Might as well just pay extra $250 on the damn console without getting a memory card.
Who do you think will win next gen gaming?
Xbox.
Xbox?
I think Xbox gonna win it. They got fucking Bethesda. They gonna win that shit.
Yeah, but the rumors that GTA 6 is gonna be a PlayStation exclusive.
Rumors.
It's rumors, but it's possibility.
But the PlayStation,
they're working on cross-platforming, so
that's already your thing. That's already your thing now. Like you can play Apex.
Oh yeah.
Like
Apex,
that's
Warzone.
But if GTA 6 becomes a PlayStation only exclusive, PlayStation is gonna blow them motherfuckers out of the water.
I don't think it.
No.
Elder Scrolls 6.
Any Fallout games that come out.
I agree.
Elder Scrolls is huge.
But most people who play those games are PC players. They're not getting a fucking Xbox to play Fallout or fucking Elder Scrolls. They have a fucking PlayStation or a PC for that shit.
But they own that entire catalog now of all those Bethesda and Cinemax games.
Yeah, and Microsoft is PC gaming, so
literally they are PC gaming. So at that point, it's just like they just shit in their own backyard.
And their Game Pass is dope.
Oh man, they just added EA Play to that for free, which I was already paying $5 a month for, so that's $5 I get now. Yeah, so I couldn't find my copy of Fallen Order this morning, and I was hella mad because I really wanted to play it. And I was like, man, EA makes Star Wars games, and we look at my Game Pass on EA Play, and sure enough, there it was. So guess what I could play, even though I couldn't find my disc.
I think it's gonna depend on two things. One, accessibility. So PlayStation 5 seems to be harder to come across than Xbox, so that might lead to higher sales than Xbox.
And because of that, I'll give Sony props, man, because they sold out in 27 seconds was the word on the street. Pre-orders from all websites: Sony, Target, Walmart, Amazon.
I know, I was
mad. 27 seconds, it sold out of all pre-orders. But I saw the Xbox the morning they did the pre-orders for it was available, and I thought about buying it. And I was like, nah, I won't do it. And I looked again, it was still there. By lunchtime, it was sold out.
Yeah.
So there was like a couple hours where you could do pre-orders for that. And so I think, like the PS4, the Sony's going to sell more. But I think because Microsoft is narrowing the gap between PC gaming and Xbox gaming, you can't just look at Xbox sales. You have to look at like PC game sales, Game Pass itself, where they're making more money off of Game Pass than they are anything.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and with the if you want a next gen console and you can't afford it, Xbox is allowing you to make payments on it.
Right.
And they just like PlayStation. PlayStation has two versions, but with their version, it's $200 less than the 500s versus
they efficient version, motherfucker. That motherfucker $290. It's the same price as somebody came and bought an Xbox the other day. I was like, bro, literally just buy the S, bro.
Yeah,
let's buy the S. It's literally the same exact price.
We're turning people away the other day. It's like just wait like a week. It's the same money. Stop.
Yeah.
But to be fair though, the two different models of PlayStation, it's the same power. Just one doesn't have disk drive, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But
why would I fucking do that?
Exactly. So like if you're gonna buy an Xbox, you're gonna buy the X, right? Because why would you, unless you really don't care about gaming or whatever.
If you don't care about gaming, or if you're a mom, maybe your kids.
yeah, that's gonna be the biggest. For us.
Or hell, even if the Series X is sold out and all that's left is the S, then you might get a Xbox S.
It's still a couple times more powerful than my X now. So, for $100 cheaper than I paid for it.
Yeah.
I think the design on the Xbox is better than the PlayStation 5.
I'll have to disagree.
It's simple, clean lines.
Bro, it's so like it looked like I'll say the PlayStation 5 looks futuristic, but
it's big as fuck. It is big.
It's a
There's
lot
beauty
going on,
and simplicity.
Yeah, that's what, like the Xbox. That shit look fire. That shit look like they said, like a fucking modem or something. No, that's what they said for the PlayStation. The PlayStation look a fucking skyscraper. Honestly, that's insane.
Yeah, the PlayStation 5 is big as fuck. But if you come over, if I have the PS5 sitting there, and you come over, it's gonna be the first fucking thing you notice. You're not gonna notice the Xbox right out the bat. So I would have to say design wise, like PlayStation,
a big old cube in the corner, like glowing and like, I'm gonna notice that.
I don't see it.
You don't see
I'm gonna see that big ass router.
I'm like, new router.
I don't like the white.
That's fine.
I don't like the white.
Thieves today are dumbasses. They'll think, oh, that's just a router. I can't steal that.
Yeah. Well, they stole my PlayStation 3, so.
Hey, I'm waiting for somebody to get shot over a PlayStation. I'm waiting on it.
When are y'all selling them in the stores?
We not.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Xbox is gonna, in the beginning, is gonna be whooping Sony's ass. Cause after all, are they making PlayStation 5s right now, or what they have made is what they have?
What they have made, they're catching up on pre-orders first. We're not slated for any time soon.
Nope.
Yeah.
The Switch sold out in March. Mm-hmm. And it's been like 6-7 months.
Because they had to catch up in Japan on sales because it was selling so hard.
So expect about 6 to 9 months till the next wave.
I'm figuring honestly before you'll see a new console sitting on the shelf and be like March.
Somebody's like, bro, I'm trying to get that file. Y'all got it here? No. He's like,
yeah,
we are gonna get it.
Burger King, and it said that they're giving away PlayStation 5s for the 2 for $5 or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I immediately called Burger King and I was like, y'all got PlayStation 5s behind the counter? And they were like, no, it's a corporate.
Because it's a nation. They're gonna pick like one winner.
Like, it's so easy to get a PlayStation 5. Just go to Burger King.
Run shit.
Burger King sales are probably gonna increase for that reason. But I've always been like wary about those things because I know people actually win them. I'll watch the YouTube videos like with the gold PlayStation at Taco Bell. Yeah. I've seen people unbox those when they want it, but like, are they really being fair? Are they selecting an actual person, or is it like rigged? Like my nephew that I work for this company, my nephew wants it, so we'll give it to him.
Was it like a YouTuber opening the box, or was it?
It was a YouTuber. It was a YouTuber.
That sounds rigged to me.
Right. Oh, no, I see what you're saying. It was on YouTube, but it was like someone that wasn't known.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to see grandma opening the box up for a grandkid,
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I just got this Taco Bell. They said I won this shit. You can have it. I don't play no damn games, but it's gold. You can have it. Grandma, that's that gold Taco Bell PS4.
She's keeping the China cabinet.
I didn't think nothing of it, sweetheart. They just gave me this. I ain't playing it.
Yo, Grandma Part 3 gonna be a diss song. Gonna be a diss song. Any final takes on next gen or current gen gaming before we move on?
Man.
Halo don't fuck up.
I like that the Xbox controller, the new one, is kind of a mix between the Elite controller from the last gen and the regular controller from last gen, because it looks pretty much the same, but the D-pad has that more like you can hit different angles on instead of just up, down, left, and right easier.
Nice.
Yeah, and my controllers now will work on the new Xbox.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
okay, I was
getting $100 custom controller still work.
I was gonna be mad my custom orange controller wasn't working on mine. I was
it still works. You're good.
I think Xbox has always had PlayStation's number on the controller anyway. I think most people prefer the...
I prefer the PlayStation controller because
Me
it
too.
was symmetrical.
Yeah.
It was symmetrical ever since I
don't like
it took me such a learning curve to learn my hand when I switched over to Xbox.
The first time I picked up that controller, I was at a friend's house who had an Xbox, obviously, and we was playing Black Ops 2, and he handed me the controller, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And so I was asked, bro. It was hard for me as someone who's been PlayStation since the PlayStation 1. It was hard for me to convert over, but I see most people on the internet seem to prefer the Xbox controller over
the
PlayStation controller.
Thing
Most
of it
people
is,
play claw, so it's like a lot of.
Yeah.
I can't.
That shit ugly.
I just do it just like that. But the Xbox controller, y'all remember the Duke? The Duke, you know what that is? It's so big. It still came on the original Xbox. Big ass, massive controller. Got the white and black at the top. It's at the top, and then the triggers at the back. The shit massive. You ain't never hold one of them motherfuckers in your hand.
Yeah,
bro.
the new one they came out with for the last Xbox has a screen in the middle of the controller that does the original Xbox startup thing with the dripping little antimatter fluid and it says Xbox, but they're wired. They were not wireless. It had to be wired to the Xbox, so I didn't try to even get one.
That shit big. Got some big ass hand. That controller meant for Shaq. That's what that controller meant for. Fuck.
All right, let me ask you guys this because we're about hour and 30 in. The two remaining topics do we want to talk about? And if we do want to talk about it, do we want to cut this podcast right now and then make it a new episode?
I don't care.
Or do we want to just
we got the baby announcement
close out
at
for
the beginning.
Right. So the two topics I have left, do we want to talk about those or do we want to close out the podcast? Because we're about an hour and 30 in.
I gotta get it. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Because I work at night. I
gotta get for the next
a nap.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So
just take that one and
staying up for 8 hours at night.
Right.
With nothing to do except read.
I understand.
That shit's hard.
What were you gonna say?
I agree with cutting it here, and then so we have a guaranteed another episode.
Yeah. All right. So, before we close out the podcast,
you can give a preview of the next episode.
Nah, fuck that, cause fuck that. It might change. It might change. Who knows? Before we close out the podcast, are there any final thoughts? We talked about 2 things. Well, we talked about 3 technically. So.
Fuck the duopoly and the White House and Xbox rules.
Man,
that's some gay ass shit.
I touche that. What the fuck they got going on? Too much to disperse amongst 25 million people. Why one person got fucking hold my future in his hands? Fuck that bullshit. I ain't got time for it. Where the small boys at? Let's make it small again. You know what I'm saying?
Xbox all day, but I will end up getting the PS5 once they fix that glitch. But I voted for smaller government as well. You're too much in my business. Why am I? Because even I shared it on Facebook the other day. Some senator said a senator or Congress can't live off of 6 figures easily. I'm like, bitch,
174K.
Bitch, come live on my fucking salary.
I know.
20,000 a year.
They ain't doing shit but bickering.
And then they take 6 months off to work for 3 months.
Now in Arkansas, didn't they reduce the term limits for?
I didn't see the results.
I didn't see that part. I think they did.
I voted for that because I was like, no, y'all need to get out.
Yeah.
I was finna ask a question, but that was a topic we didn't talk about today. So, any final thoughts, Chewy?
I'm not a very political person, but I am gonna wait for like Gen 2 of that PS5 to come out.
That's gonna be better.
Yeah, definitely.
Gonna be better.
The first wave of consoles should always be for the beta testers, the people who are making the money to buy that shit.
Yeah.
Us common folk, we buy that. We stuck with that piece of trash. We don't like I said, we don't make $400,000 a year. You let niggas like Modern War or the Black Hokage, so I say.
I'm just like you at the Gen
buy that shit.
PS4.
You got that big.
Still working.
But I didn't buy it till like the 2nd or 3rd wave.
I bought used. I bought used. So.
This nigga right here, bro.
Playing this off the screen.
Yeah, I still got that bulky ass motherfucker.
Mine didn't start.
I never had
like yours.
I've never had a fan issue, but the fucking PS4 Pro, which shouldn't have that. have that.
It's running harder hardware, bro.
Take a vacuum to the intake vents on your console. I promise you.
Look,
you'll be surprised what comes out of
I got a can of air in my
Look,
apartment.
Suck it out. Don't blow it in there. Suck it out.
Well, what's gonna be better? What's gonna sound louder? A little tiny Prius or a motherfucking Maserati with fucking
the Prius
dumb with a dumb engine in it that's gonna roar all day long.
Okay. Another argument. Which is gonna sound the loudest? My 2020 Honda Civic or your 2001 Honda Prelude?
Ooh.
With the fat ass exhaust. Which one's running?
Hey, it still run. It just got trouble.
I blame the previous owner.
I blame the previous owner of that previous owner. With all that being said, this concludes episode 10 of Another Motherfucking Podcast. My guests today were Michael Chewy.
Peace.
Turt Le Fro.
Oh.
Ian Tomas.
Night.
Patty D.
Catch you later.
And I am your host, Saved by Paris. Until next time, I'm out. Hey, if you made it to the end of the podcast and you're in dire need of more content, then head on over to Saved by Paris on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, or brush up on some of the bass content over at the Bass While We Skate channel on YouTube or on SoundCloud. As always, have a great day and see you next week. Peace.